JJ and Deacon, they're the ones in the know. Subscribe quick, the Squid Monster's on the way. Inspire with us, tomorrow's news today. Oh yeah.
Amazing news you need to know, like Alec Baldwin's been harassed by a racist crackhead. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm JJW, and that's Deacon, and we are here every Monday through Friday at around 8 o'clock in the morning to drink coffee and talk about the news, culture, politics, all the important stuff you need to know. Launch your day in the most positive way with us, laughing at celebrities and deadbeats and horrible people that are ruining our entire country. But you might giggle. So, balances out.
Yeah, we try to make a point, but JJ, okay, so here's our roles real quick, a TLDR.
Yeah.
JJ is tries to make a point, and I try to make a joke off the point.
Until
he says something that irritates me, and then I get on my soapbox and see,
that's not entirely accurate, because there's things you care about. It's just their music or their, I don't know, space worms traveling through time, vibrating at certain frequencies or whatever. I don't know.
That sounds cool. What's that story?
All right. So let's just start. We got a couple of eyeballs on us this morning. It turns out Alec Baldwin, fan favorite of the show. People here love to just talk about Alec Baldwin and how he kind of murdered a lady and hasn't gone on trial.
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
What is that picture on our picture?
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about? I'm sure
you
were.
Have to bring it back up again.
No, I'll bring it back up. I'm happy to. This year on the left hand side, that is former celebrity actor Alec Baldwin. Yeah, he used to be in movies and be famous. And
I know him.
Alec Baldwin, that actor, an alleged killer. Actual killer, alleged murderer. Right. But, that's alleged, not proven yet.
It is a fact that he killed someone.
He definitely killed somebody. That's the word you use normally when you aim a gun at someone and discharge it by, pulling the trigger back.
All the gun rules and stuff. We talked about this before. Was many things that they did wrong. All right. So I know Alec Baldwin, but who was the I'm trying to come up with the correct word to describe here. Lunatic on the side, on the right.
Lunatic is a good word. So I noticed the story that you dropped in here. It had the most generous description of this person. It said, we're going to get to the image here. Let's see. I want to bring this up here. Here's the story that you found. Alec Baldwin slaps cell phone of heckler.
It comes from US Weekly. And to defend myself, I got this link directly off Reddit. So that should explain everything in the world right there.
So heckler. It uses the word heckler to describe this person. So let's read the story and then we'll do some investigationalisms. Alec Baldwin slaps cell phone of heckler, asking him, "Why did you kill that lady?" In a video shared via social media on Monday, Baldwin was on the phone at Maman Cafe in New York City when another patron. A patron,
You're
U.S.
Magazine. You're starting to notice.
Patron. No, see, how are they framing this? They're framing this like, Alec Baldwin was there, and a normal stand-up citizen noticed him and was incensed about the murder and started asking him questions. No, that's not what was happening. A crazy bitch was in the room. And
you mean that they're not telling us the truth and they're using words to kind of brainwash us?
Yeah. You know what probably speaks louder than the words of this article would be the actual event itself. So here on X.com, we have
a terrible platform. You get all kinds of misinformation on that platform. Go back to the US Weekly article. That was the truth.
This is Crackhead Barney and Friends. Now you may not believe it, but you've probably seen Crackhead Barney and Friends, and we'll get to that. So here's the actual video.
Can you please say Free Palestine one time?
Free Palestine.
Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. Free Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone, I swear. Just say Free Palestine one time. One time. One time.
Call the police.
One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a fucking criminal. Come on, Alec. Just say
do you feel any sympathy for Alec Baldwin?
No, pause it and enlarge it because I want to see what happens in this last quarter
of this
video.
One time, just one time, please. And I'll leave you alone. Free Palestine. Fuck Israel, fuck Zionism. Please say it. One time.
All right. I mean,
I thought they had a video where he knocked it out of her hand or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's well, I don't know. I don't know. So the story says Baldwin was on the phone at the Marmon Cafe when confronted by this person. An employee of this shop attempts to escort the podcaster. Now it's a podcaster from the shop before Baldwin himself holds the door open and makes a motion to leave.
Podcaster these days, Jesus Christ! Pick up a rock, spin around
any lazy
and throw it, and you're going to hit 700 podcasters.
They're so terrible. All of them are bad.
Do not watch stupid podcasters on their stupid shows in the morning.
Yeah. Get out, Baldwin says. Okay, let's see. When did he actually hit the phone? Because it's not in the video that the person says. So who is this person? Who is this person? Well, this person is Crackhead Barney. Crackhead Barney. Now, Crackhead Barney is, it seems, a attention. I honestly, I think perhaps like she has dad issues. Definitely an attention seeker. Definitely trying to get like publicity or whatever. But here's some other let's see. Oh, here you go. Here's one where she's posing with, I don't know what that is. Is that what I think that is? Is that some sort of, yeah, that's like a marijuana head or something like that, like a whole hat. Here's Crackhead Barney. I found a new white devil. White devil, she calls white people multiple times. And then, I found out he's Israeli. Ew. So she kind of hates Jewish people or definitely Israelis.
Okay. She's obviously a lunatic. I don't care.
Yeah, no, she's totally crazy. Let's see.
But there's her different than,
harassing Laura Loomer.
What did you expect?
Well, the story starts in New York.
She was trying to goad him into saying something, taking a side so that they could run with it, and her Twitter account or whatever would go skyrocketing. Instagram.
Here's some of the performances of Crackhead Barney here. You can see she likes to get up into protests and then do very gross things. Yeah, she's one kind of human being right there. That's one kind of human being. All right, so I mean, it would take something pretty revolting to make you feel any sympathy for Alec Baldwin. I mean, like, I don't want to be harassed while I'm getting coffee, but then again, I don't want to like bury people in the desert either. So that's pretty bad.
Okay, yeah. You're. I don't know what to say about that. You're exactly right. It takes something pretty shocking for you to be like, go Alec Baldwin.
Right. Like, you can't, this crazy racist lady cannot put me on Team Baldwin. I'm not going to do it. I don't care.
And the whole sole reason, well, not the sole reason, but 30 Rock, that TV show by Tina Fey is, I mean, it's a liberal TV show, but he plays this conservative, Trump-loving conservative Jack Donaghy, and he's like, I love that character. It's like the same thing that happened in Parks and Rec. They made Ron Swanson this guy and everybody fell in love with him. They're like, yeah, we need people like this. That's why everybody likes Trump. Everybody might not like everything that he does, but
I think this woman
don't take any bull crap.
I think this woman may actually be demon possessed. I think she may be like possessed by a demon. She's talking about Jesus up in her hootenanny.
Her boobs.
Look, she did that. I didn't do. I'm reporting the news. This is as journalistic as any other journalisticisms. Equally credible.
Oh man! All right, we're gonna have to have a short day today. So
yeah, we are. You got a bunch of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of. Today is Science Day on Your Two Dads.
Yeah, we're gonna do science stories.
We're gonna do some science stories. But you had this this NCAA story that I saw.
Oh yes. Here's another. I thought this was a great example. Let me pull this up. Okay, so first I start off on ground.news. Yeah, ground.news. Great resource for looking for news and trying to find out what's going on. Look at this.
Here today.
Hundreds of athletes urge NCAA not to ban trans athletes from women's sports. Oh, hundreds of athletes. Oh, don't ban trans athletes, please. Yeah. Except, look at the way this is being framed. You got The Hill, Washington Post. Look at these headlines. Hundreds of athletes urge NCAA not to ban transgender athletes. It turns out it's like over 400 former collegiate and professional Olympic athletes urge the NCAA not to ban transgender. That's the headline. However, if you go over here to Outkick.com, I don't know what Outkick is. I flipped over there and I was like, why are there like gay ads and stuff? But if you read the story on this website, it turns out 3,000 female athletes and coaches petitioned to ban trans athletes to protect women's sports. So 3,000 women said, please protect women's sports, but 400 said, don't ban trans. So The Hill and Washington Post and AOL News running with the minority.
All of these major media outlets only told me one side of the story. And if I would have known all of the other information, all of the information from the story that took a lot of digging to do, because I'm not a freaking journalist, I shouldn't have to do the digging.
I want to do good.
Sir, how's Germany today? So you mean they left out that pertinent information?
Yeah, no, not only that,
they influence their side of the story. They present JJ.
They presented less than 10% as the headline. 3,000 female athletes said, please protect women's sports. But 400 said, no, we want trans up in there doing trans stuff wherever. Let trans people do whatever.
What the key is, sir. I'm going to tell you and our genius viewers, because all of our viewers are the smartest people in the world because they're watching us, first of all. And they are probably already know this, but this is how.
And don't pander without asking them to like and subscribe. If you're going to pander, please also ask them to like and subscribe. Go on. I'm sorry.
I forgot his name. I forgot my point. Well, this is a prime example of. Oh no, this is what I was going to ask you. Out of 1,000 people that see that headline, how many are going to go and research it further as much as you did to find out the other side of the story, that even though there were 400 that said that they wanted to ban, there were 3,000 that stood up that said that they would like to ban them? How many people are actually going to do that when they're scrolling through and they read that?
And yeah, exactly. And this is an outrageous kind of like story. You know, it's like, I'm not outrageous, but it's, it's something that people get like, a little upset about. I mean, we saw like the Bud Light boycott and the Target boycott. Like, people don't like you messing with girls and threatening their sports and stuff like that.
It's one that's going to get people to click. It's like putting up an image of a crackhead with her boob half falling out. Click on that image.
The media is just despicable.
I'm making a joke, but I'm being serious, because when I organize my news every freaking morning at like 5:30, I'm organizing news. I just had to have a conversation with the other radio station people the other day, and I'm like, you guys need to organize your news. You're starting off the news with like there was a cow in the road last week. No, you're going to lose everybody. You got to start off the news with the most The story I started off my news with this morning was a guy jumped off a bridge on the interstate yesterday, and he almost got hit by a car, and it was
wow.
Yeah, so that's gonna hook you.
Yeah.
And if I start off with there's a yard sale down the road down, you're gonna switch. And it's
right. So it's the sensationalism, right?
And another thing that people do is they're going to read this headline, they're not going to research it further.
Right.
And people want to appear smart to everyone else, even when these people made C's all through high school and don't even remember who's buried in Grant's tomb.
So
they want to appear smart, so people like to parrot. It said 400, and they don't want to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. People hate anymore to say I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's so hard to do. That showed to me when someone sincerely says, I'm sorry, I'm wrong about that subject. That shows me so much quality of a person in you, that you are smart enough to realize that when you're wrong, it's okay to be wrong.
It really is. In fact,
that's how we learn.
It's being wrong is pretty much how we learn everything.
Everything. That's the one thing I used to tell back when we ran CDs and stuff in the radio station. They'd skip and stuff would go and you'd have dead air. It's called dead air when it's silent. And you freak out, your heart rate races and you start freaking out and you're trying to figure out and do on the air and get all this. And I told them, just chill out. This is where you learn the most. So after you do that about 4 times, you're not going to do it anymore. So, well, all right, let's get to.
I guess I just wanted to say that, like, this is the most outstanding and egregious case of, like, they tell you one thing when the facts are, like, totally upside down. And this one you can see, but how many can we not see?
Exactly. You don't see them all the time. I miss them all the time, and I've been doing this for 29 years next month. It has been my job to do this kind of things for 29 years. And I'm very fascinated with it. I like picking out words. I love the English language because it's so screwed up. So
for those of you that are joining us for first time, Deacon is a award-winning 30-year radio veteran, award-winning.
Quit saying that.
And I'm in my bedroom.
It's true, but I'm like you. I don't like that. Whenever I try to tell JJ, like, oh, okay, I'm going to tell this story. Since you did this to me, I'm going to do this to you. Yesterday, it was yesterday or Monday, we get on before the show and JJ comes on. He's not there. He's doing something. He comes back. And I was looking at him and he was freshly shaved and he had his hair all sticking up. And I used to have long hair. I used to have the 90s, long hair, skater dude hair, Pearl Jam. Woo. Doc Martens and the flannel tied around my waist.
Poster child for 1994.
Poster child, exactly. I used to have it, and I don't have it anymore. So I was looking at JJ's hair yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, man, JJ's got an awesome looking set of hair. He looks really cool. And then when I said that, I was like, dude, I'm just letting you know your hair looks. Guys don't say that kind of crap. And I'm one of these people that I think guys should compliment other guys.
Right.
I do. I think we should empower other guys. Because other guys, we've been taught not to do that, and us guys need that. So I think your hair looks really cool. If I had hair, that wouldn't work on me. It looks good on you. I always thought.
If my wife were
like me, we don't take compliments well.
If my wife were on the phone, she would probably say she would rather a guy compliment me than some of those guys' wives. So she probably.
Said one day, we were out to dinner with my daughter and her boyfriend, and we were talking about something. They were making fun of me being bald. I like to make fun of me being bald.
Yeah.
If you make fun of yourself, you take the power away from everybody else trying to make fun of you. So I've always done that ever since I was bullied as a kid. If you make fun of yourself, you're like, I do better than that.
Take the power.
So I was talking about my baldness, and I said, have you seen those videos where those guys will they measure your head and they do all this crap? You probably haven't because you got hair, but they measure your head and they do all this, and they go and they get this freaking hair piece and they like glue it down. And then they style it and whatnot, and it looks so freaking real. They do it to a lot of kids that have cancer and stuff like that. They do it for kids, but they do it for guys and stuff too. And that's what I happened to say during dinner. I said, I don't care if that thing's like $5,000. That would be worth it to me. I miss having hair.
Oh, really?
I don't like being bald. I miss having hair.
Because I was just thinking that like how far is that? How much different is that than trying to tranny trick somebody? Like putting on fake hair to trick people into thinking that you're not bald versus
that's funny. That's funny.
Putting on
anyway, what I was getting at was my daughter looked at me and said, I wouldn't like you with hair. And I said, why not? And she said, because I've never known you with hair.
Yeah, exactly.
You're you.
And you're not just a Deacon, a person. Like, oh, you are a permanent fixture and figure in her life. You exist in a way in her reality, and you can't mess that way up.
Yeah, and I exist up here in this way with hair.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, right. And
did we start talking about?
I don't know. This? You're not 40. You're not 46 in that hair, in that brain though. You're younger than that. In your head.
Ages.
I was gonna talk about the Democrats trying to murder Trump, but maybe we'll do that another day. Maybe
I got another story that we was gonna talk about today about DeSantis, and Dave was like, "Can you save that until I'm on?"
Yeah.
I was like,
so maybe I'll throw the link at him tomorrow. He seems to be free on Thursdays.
Is we usually have a liar's table with Dave in here, and us three solve the world's problems. Like we do here every day. Maybe. So you want to get to the science portion of the show this morning?
But I am not picking these stories up because I don't want to wreck my browser. So you go ahead.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I'm sure some of them are pretty bad. Okay, so let's get to before we get into technology, let's get into insects and nature.
Bugs.
All right,
bugs.
Bugs this morning. So we've talked about Texas. I don't think is in the path of the crazy cicadas. If you don't know what a cicada is, if you are in another country like Germany, I do good. I wonder if they have cicadas in Germany. Anyway, a cicada is this here, let me pull up this right here.
I got a map of cicadas for the 2024 brood.
Pull up the map real quick, and I want to see where the while JJ's pulling up the map, cicadas they lay their eggs underneath the ground, and they come up every year, but big broods come up every so often. It just depends, and it's not like they all come up at the same time, like every 5 years. No, brood 13 will come up every 19 years, and brood 7 will come up every 4 years or something like that.
Which is crazy because these bugs are like literally in the ground for like years or even a decade or longer at a time.
You know what? They always come up right out the back door every year. I see like, I don't know, a dozen or 15, throughout the year in the back door. So when I see one of the husks out there, I'll bring it in and show you one day for people that's never seen. But do you see that dark green area there?
Yeah, that's the 2028.
That's me at the very top.
Right here. Can you see my little cursor? Hold on.
I'm
here we go.
Than that. There you go.
That's
I'm actually that blue county with the line crossed through it there.
Yeah.
That one right there.
So that means you have multiple broods in your region. So this year the 2024 brood is this blue color.
Yeah. Yeah, but it also intersects with the green one there. You see the green one?
Yeah.
Just scroll down. I can't read the thing anymore. You scrolled up.
The green one is the 2028.
Well, anyway, there's 2 broods that are intersecting that are hatching at the same time. There's 2 broods.
2024 is brown and blue. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. There's 2. There's a 17 year and a 19 year that's hatching at the same time. So there's going to be, they think, literally trillions of these cicadas. They're saying billions, but a lot of people say trillions. Yeah. These cicadas, let me bring up a picture of what it is. The last time these 2 broods specifically hatched together was in the late 1700s. Thomas Jefferson wrote about them in his personal diary. They called them locusts back then. So this is.
Are they not called locusts now? I thought they were called locusts.
No, a locust is a completely different insect.
They come out and they do the 2 best things they're known to. They'll sing at the top of their voices and they pee in the wind. And as you're walking, you'll feel this out and they do the 2 best things they're known to.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. That's what it looks like when it first comes out of the ground. It gets rid of this husk. And that's what it's doing now. It usually crawls up and it gets rid of this husk. and it turns into he hasn't got one that's one with still its husk. When it gets rid of its husk, it's black and has long wings, and they are loud. I mean, loud. When they are out, we will definitely show them on the show, because all I got to do is take my phone and walk out, and you will be able to easily hear them. Well, the story come up today. They're already hatching in South Carolina. And they are so loud that people in South Carolina are calling the sheriff's office asking why they can hear sirens or a loud roar. I'm not joking. If you've never been around this, it is a
oh yeah, no, they're loud.
I mean, it's a you're like, what the hell is that, until you know it's cicadas.
They only get out of bed once every 13 or 17 years, and they got to get busy while they can. So,
and they're loud, they're big, they're scary looking. They can't hurt you at all.
Right.
Like their legs have the little bristles where they touch you, and it might feel like but it's not. It's just they can't hurt you. They're just loud. So don't squish the cicadas just to be mean. I wouldn't want a deity coming here to our planet and squishing us just because. Okay, they're here for a reason. Leave them alone. All right, let's get into science and technology.
Okay,
JJ, you are probably not a motorcycle rider, are you?
I am not. I'm not. Look, I think big people look silly on motorcycles.
I don't. That's JJ saying that to all you motorcycle riders.
Oh, wait. Wait, we actually talked about motorcycle guys yesterday. What I meant is, I think that people that ride motorcycles are amazing, awesome. Especially if they protect the kids.
JJ and I would like to wash and wax your bike anytime. This guy is a genius inventor. He has invented all these little self-balancing motorcycles and bicycles, and this thing is cool. I'm going to show you a video in a minute. This is a self-balancing motorcycle.
Well, it looks like you have to ride it sideways.
Nope, it goes sideways, but it goes forward too. What's cool about this is, once you see this thing in action here in just a second.
Yeah, I want to see it.
This guy's going to be super duper rich, because every freaking household robot and factory robot in the world will have this on it. I'm not going.
That does not seem very fast. Like,
I mean, you're not going to go 70. This was the one that he made for the bicycle, the omnidirectional. Now watch. You can go around that way. You can go forward.
Oh, okay, because it's got little cast. Okay.
Yeah, you see the wheels that he's made. He made this one. Right. You can ride them around the house.
I see. So each one of those rolls forward.
Yeah. Talking about, he started with that, and then he's.
Oh, wow. That's pretty impressive.
So that when I was watching that, I was like, yep, every household factory robot in the world will have this on it. So he goes into this where he talks, he makes all the wheels. You know, he does it. It's a cool, I mean, this video is like 25
They're probably made out of like nylon
or
something that has very low friction coefficient.
Yeah, this video is long.
Wow. Okay, so it looks like it would be like, well, those are pointed the wrong way, but each one of those tumblers can rotate on a different axis too. So as you're moving forward, it doesn't actually slow it down. Okay, that's interesting.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know that I would. Well, yeah, of course I would try to ride on it, but I don't know that it's very practical, and it's on smooth surfaces too. Let him try that on gravel or dirt, or not smooth surfaces. But yeah, I think you're exactly. I think you're right that would be good for like robots to be like, to have a little, what was it?
Where's that floor?
Rosie from Jetsons.
Rosie. Yeah, she had wheels.
Yeah,
see,
roll around on that thing.
There. All right, so the nerds at MIT have created a really fast camera, 1 trillion frames per second. And they claim it can capture light as it travels. This new camera can photograph 1 trillion frames per second. Compare that to the traditional movie camera, which takes a mere 24. This new advancement in photographic technology has given scientists the ability to photograph the movement of the fastest thing in the universe, light.
Wow.
I don't know if we have a picture of light. That's light, isn't it?
I mean,
this thing's 5 minutes long.
How do we
here at MIT in the early 19th?
Shut up. We're not watching.
How do we okay, so they say, here's the way that this goes in my brain, Deke. You say, because I know you're reading this camera captures light at 1 trillion frames per second. And like that's their claim. And then my brain says, well, how do I know that they're telling the truth? Why would I believe them? That sounds preposterous. Let me pull it up so I can read what he's got going on here. 1 trillion frames a second camera. And I mean, you guys think you don't look so great on your selfies now. Just wait till every single particle of light is captured. For some perspective, according to New York Times writer John Markoff, if a bullet were tracked in the same fashion, moving through the same fluid, the resulting movie would last 3 years. There's a video of experimental footage of light photons traveling 600 million miles an hour through water. It's impossible to directly record light, so the camera takes millions of scans to recreate each image. The process has been called femtophotography, and according to Andrea Velton, a researcher with the project, there's nothing in the universe that looks fast to this camera. Oh,
interesting.
Do we have? Let's see. Let me look at this. Great ad blocker. Thank you. I just want to see 5-minute video of light passing through a water bottle. No, thanks.
Yeah, that thing's 5 minutes long. I'm not going to watch it right now on the show.
Can you think that's cool. I'm not sure that there's anything more useless than a camera that slows down time to the point where you fall asleep watching the video.
Oh no, I think that's the video.
The camera is maybe if you were do you ever watch those YouTube videos where they shoot stuff and then like they have it on high-speed camera and like you see it real slow, you see the bullet kind of go into the thing and the thing explode or whatever? Those are like 1,000 frames a second or 10,000 frames a second.
Watching those slow motion videos.
Yeah, or like sometimes stuff getting crushed and then it explodes. Yeah.
And those slow motion cameras and the technology is just like anything else. And I've said this on the show 1,000 times. It is proving stuff to us that we were taught wrong. And once again, humans don't want to admit they're wrong. So if your great grandfather told his son that the sky's green and the grass is blue, you would think that's a fact. All right. So this kind of stuff like here is showing us we're like, this isn't supposed to happen. And if you go back 100 years, we've had all kinds of freaking stuff that we're like, this isn't supposed to happen. And you know what happened? That stuff either gets filed away as secret or it gets retold another way or gets taken off the periodic table or something like that. I mean, I'm just citing real examples here. Okay, since we're talking about spacecraft, are we talking about spacecraft?
Yeah. We are now. We
are now. So NASA sent up this satellite to go search for alien life. Not really.
Yeah.
They sent out Voyager 1 a while ago.
Like 40 years ago. Right.
Yeah, it is the most distant spacecraft from Earth. And we lost contact with it a while back. So we just thought, well, I guess it's going to play some Bing Crosby and sail through the universe forever. NASA has finally heard back from it again. The most distant spacecraft from Earth stopped sending back understandable data last November. Flight controllers traced the blank communication to bad computer chip and rearranged the spacecraft's coding to work around the trouble. I'm going to pause right here because the tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, one of them says that there is something out there past where Pluto is in that belt that may have stopped and interrupted the communications. All right. Whatever that something is up to your brain. But it takes 22 and a half hours to send a signal to Voyager 1, more than 15 billion miles away in interstellar space. Contact was never right there. Lost.
So outside of our solar system is there's the Kuiper Belt, I think. And then beyond that, there is the heliosphere. I think it's the heliosphere, which is literally like the very edge of our entire solar system's. Ooh, I bumped the thing. Very edge of our, and then once you pass through that, you get into interstellar space. That's what they're talking about. And I remember,
yeah, because we're on the edge of the Milky Way galaxy. You go the other way, you're going to go more into the galaxy. But
yeah, but it's between solar systems, so. It's
yeah, and what they say is in that Kuiper Belt and whatnot, there's a couple of things. They say that there's something out there. They know that there's something enormous out there. They just don't know what it is. And there is also the theory that there is another larger body that actually Jupiter and the sun rotate around. We all rotate around the sun. Jupiter does not rotate around the sun. They believe Jupiter and the sun rotate around this other larger body. And it's not far-fetched to think, the Planet X theory in my mind. It's really not that far-fetched that another planet that is locked into the gravitational pull somehow takes 2,000 years to make its cycle instead of 365 days. Why is that so far-fetched? We're not going to ever, our history is not ever going to say, and maybe some of the old history says, hey, this crap happened, and we're all too stupid to think, oh, that's just dumb natives talking. They don't know what they're talking about. It's imaginary gods. So I'm just saying, what happened with this was they're saying they never lost contact with Voyager. It takes so long to send a signal now that the signal was coming back. So.
Well, I guess
that's
hold on. I think this is interesting. I remember back in 2012, that's when Voyager actually left our solar system. And when it got to the perimeter of our solar system, like the very edge. So like there's nothing in space except like there's a bunch of nothing in space. And at the very edge, there is a plasma buffer because our solar system is moving through the galaxy, like all of the solar. So at the forward edge of our solar system's movement, that very little mass is being pushed up against the void, and there's it's like 10,000 degrees or something like that. It's something crazy.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about here. Let me show you.
No, I don't have very much longer.
All right. Left. Okay. I'm just saying the Voyager. It's interesting. Short day. Yeah. All right. Voyager 1 exiting the solar system is very, very cool. But go on. Do something.
Okay. I am very interested about that. I just didn't understand what you were talking about there with Voyager.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. AI news. I got AI news for you.
Here we go.
Beep, bop, boop. This is AI News.
I really wish Restream would fix that.
Oh, it came through on my side.
Oh, I didn't on mine. JJ?
Yeah.
Packs of dog-shaped robots could one day roam the moon.
All right. Let's do it. Wait, is that it? Oh, no.
What happened to the story?
Oh, I closed a different tab and it must have messed you up. Okay, here you go. All yes. Right. Are they going to have AI and guns?
Well, yeah. I hope.
Somebody has to fight over the rocks up there.
This summer, a group of scientists will travel to Oregon's snow-capped Mount Hood to train dog-shaped robots named Spirit on how to walk on the slopes of Mount Hood that is strewn with volcanic rocks and sprinkled with glaciers. Just a sprinkle of glaciers. A rugged environment that researchers think resembles the moon. They think that it resembles the moon. You know why? Because we never went to the moon.
Come on. We just had Elon Musk land a rocket on a boat in the ocean.
I'm just kidding. I think we went to the moon. All the crap that we seen was completely faked. All right. If you believe that crap,
I'll agree with you.
You are just
all the footage was fake, but we really went. We just couldn't take photos. So we were
I do believe that. I do believe that we really went to the moon. I think that my crazy thing is I think we saw something on the moon that was like, oh crap, or we were like, yeah.
Okay. So here's my impression of the moon mission planning. Oh, we can only afford so much weight, and we have food and fuel and etc. What about cameras? Can we take this heavy camera to record stuff? Why don't we just fake that?
There's so much crap that we could get into. We could talk about this for another hour on me. All right. How about this, JJ? Not only can have we reported that AI robots can like power themselves with human meat.
Potatoes and humans, just stick things into them and get electricity.
Yeah. Now AI powered robots can autonomously repair other robots on their own.
Okay.
They can do this on their own. They're doing this research with these manipulator arms to see if the AI can complete more complex tasks. They've been working on it and showing off their kitchen skills on these housekeeping robots and stuff, but they're trying to see if they can fix other robots. And the dexterity tasks are doing pretty good on these robots. The Robot Repair Shop.
I mean,
so
he just broke that thing's finger off. You know what? I do not want to have a robot doctor yet.
Hold it steady.
This is pretty sketchy.
Nope. It's just a lung. We'll fix that in a minute.
Hello, sir.
Oh, there's the spleen.
We have this. We have our regular doctor, but you know he's a little old, and your insurance pays a lot for that. But we have these new robot doctors, and your insurance is a lot cheaper when you use the robot doctors. Would you like to opt for that? No. No.
Make the bunny ears, loop, swoop, run it through the hole. Oh, we're gonna hang a shirt on a hanger, JJ.
I'd like to spend $115,000 on a robot to fold my lawn.
Dude, no, you're wrong on this. Okay, you're wrong with that statement, because what I'm fixing to say is if there is a household robot that will completely do laundry, fold it, and hang it, and it costs $10,000. Every wife is going to force their husband to buy that thing.
You know what's cheaper than that? Just getting some help around the house. It's
I don't know, Jimbo. I've seen the Jetsons, Rosie folded clothes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Do you know what a von Neumann probe is? Have you ever heard of this? A von Neumann probe? I've talked about it once before on the show.
No.
It's this idea of a probe that you would like build a rocket probe, whatever. Put it in a rocket, you shoot it up into space. You shoot it up into space, asteroid belt, whatever. And the thing about a von Neumann probe is that it's self-replicating. So you send one von Neumann probe to a place where there's resources, and then that von Neumann probe collects resources and builds another von Neumann probe. And so something like
that's one of the theories that's underneath the ocean of the little Foo Fighters and the stuff like that. One of the theories is that there's advanced technology underneath there that does that. There's AI technology underneath there that does that. And they only, if it needs a freaking sensor, it produces a sensor, it comes out, it comes back.
Okay.
It doesn't have a stockpile of Foo Fighters down there. It makes one.
Like in Antarctica, there's a supercomputer AI that has been here for a bajillion years, and it manufactures drones, maybe. So anyway, so we can take those robot dogs and these robot laundry folders, and we could stuff them in a rocket and make a von Neumann probe that self-replicates. That would be pretty cool. We'd go out there and investigate space where there's nothing except rocks and radiation. And then we'll finally, in about 30,000 years, we'll be like, oh, it turns out there was nothing up there. We just wasted our time. Okay. Anyway.
Reminds me of a Voyager episode, a Star Trek Voyager episode.
We spent all this time trying literally, the space race is like a straight up metaphor for adolescence. You spend your entire life trying to grow up and get away from home, and then you realize it sucks out there and you wish you could go back home again.
It's what Dorothy tried to tell us a long time ago, Jimbo. All right. No place like home.
At the end of our show every single day, we you earned and we provide giggles
music.
Free. Oh, music. Oh, yeah, music section.
That's what JJ was getting at. Music.
Forgot about the music section. Boy.
We got to do music because I discovered this band over the weekend. I think everybody needs to hear this band. I think this is proof that 99% of the crap that is shoved into your ears and told that this is a popular song is in fact garbage. Okay. I am a metalhead. I've seen Tool many times. I've seen Fish about 18 times. I'm a hippie. I like all kinds of freaking music. This is not anything that I thought I would ever listen to, this poppy type music, but this freaking band, the Dirty Loops, is phenomenal. What is the?
I'm listening to the track right now.
Are you? Hang on, I'm trying to fix this.
This guy's got a fake arm on the guitar.
This go to about 2 minutes and I think it's like 253, 153.
153.
Bring it up.
Oh, you wanted to see the drum solo?
No, it's the bass guitarist for this band is unbelievable. And it's this freaking bass guitar solo. It's like at about 153. Hang on, I just texted.
Oh, it's 140. He's on 145 or so. Let me back. Here we go.
253. 253 in. 253 in. 253 in.
This is a long song. Here we go.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Just a few seconds of it.
All right, that's enough. I got folks.
All right.
Check them out. They are awesome. Highly recommend them.
All right. At the end of our show every day, we provide giggles and jokes. Dad jokes, because we have to stay on brand here. Deacon, when does the road get angry?
I've heard this. I don't remember the punchline.
When somebody crosses it.
What is it?
Oh, not that bad.
Come on. Right. Go to our Discord server and get your Yesterday, I was getting ready, and we've got you've got your little right up there at the medicine cabinet. You got all your little stuff and my deodorant and all that kind of stuff, and and I've got this little mouth spray, right? And I reached up there to grab the mouth spray, and I accidentally sprayed myself in the mouth with Axe body spray. And now I talk with an Axe.
No.
Scent.
Oh no. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow. Drink coffee and pray for Baldwin. He needs it.
Talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her next swim meet to a psychopath dude with fake teeth. Tune in now to your